We're Anthrax.
Here, it's only rock and roll in Greenwich Village, a rock and roll memorabilia kind of place.
Hanging out with Jerry Garcia, trucking.
And Nick Clark from the American Bandstand.
And a Kiss pinball machine right over there if you just want to take a look at it right away. Let's go.
And we got a friend with us too, by the way.
But anyway, here's a video. Check it out.
I grew up in the New York, of the 1970s. I grew up in the New York that you see in Taxi Driver.
You talking to me? I'm the only one here.
Growing up in the Bronx, we would take either the train or a Manhattan Express bus down to the Village, and that's where the music was happening.
I think we all just grew up listening to certain music, and we just have it in our soul to write or play or sing or whatever.
Grew up in the Bronx. I was into music right away since I was really little. I always knew I wanted to do this for a living.
It's like, forget about it, you know what I'm talking about?
It was the coolest place in the world. I only ever wanted to go into the city because that's where everything was happening. In '77, like down in Greenwich Village, and those neighborhoods you didn't go to, I remember we wouldn't even go, we would like, Times Square was like a big deal to go there. Like pulled into a doorway and someone pulls a knife and says, "Give me your money, kid." Most people have no idea, like really what New York City was like. It's unrecognizable now. It was a much smaller city. Everybody knew everybody.
Although it was dangerous and all that stuff, but there was something in the air about New York then, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but an energy.
Like Scott started Anthrax, what, 81?
Is that really 81, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
some friends.
Yeah.
I was in the Bronx, he was in Queens. And we had mutual friends. By chance, luck, whatever, we found Joey up in New York by Carl Kennedy. And that was it. It was immediate. We felt really good together. The first song we played was an Iron Maiden song.
Still this day, we're playing Iron
Right?
Maiden,
I wouldn't say that there was a lot of different musical styles when we formed the band. It was just metal at that time. Well, hard rock and heavy metal. Heavy metal was still a relatively new term in 1981. All we cared about was Priest and Maiden and Motorhead and a million other bands.
We had this kind of ferocious type of, thrashy sound, and then you had Joey. What was that, like beginning of 85?
Yeah, I came in late 80, 85, yeah. Living in New York, you guys see so much stuff going on, you get a lot of influence, because it was open for that kind of stuff too,
And we just went with it.
There's two epicenters of hip hop or rap, Queens and the Bronx. And so we were surrounded by it, and unlike most of our friends, we actually liked it, whereas most of our friends hated it. When rap really started to happen for me, I heard Run DMC for the first time, like probably in '81, and it just, I loved it. I loved it as much as I loved Iron Maiden. It started with I'm the Man. That was our first putting our toes into the water, which was really nothing more than an inside joke. So we just said, let's just write something really stupid that'll make us laugh.
During that Among the Living tour, Scott would wear this Public Enemy shirt on stage every night. Chuck D saw it and put us in a song.
Wow, Chuck D just gave us props on a Public Enemy album. And I started playing along with the horn part, just this.
And I remember the conversation. Chuck wasn't into it. He didn't want to do it.
Chuck, what's up, man? What do you think about doing a record?
I don't know, Charlie. Damn, you got to come up with the concoction.
And then we sent him the track, and then he called back, and he was like, I'm in. And that was it.
How low can you go?
Because everybody said, oh my God, the rap group and the metal group, how can that be done? It can be done, and it can be done right. And we did it right.
Musically and artistically, you know, it just did something for both of us groups that I don't think has ever happened to any two groups before.
Did we answer that question?
Get wicked!